question?
Buzz, have you ever had a 27-0 second chance points, I guess positive look at the stat sheet? Have you ever seen that before?
Not that I recall. It was 18-3 2 weeks ago for LSU. I thought that was a big difference in the game. I thought they were much tougher than us, competed at a very high level, and in many respects beat us at the things that we have to be really good at to have a chance. And they beat us from start to finish 2 weeks ago today, and I thought that we were much better specifically on the glass and not turning the ball over, which gave us a chance today.
Coach, you talked about being better on the glass. What maybe did you do different in this game that you didn't do 2 weeks ago that led? You were 21-6 on offensive rebounds. What was the difference tonight?
Not to sound like a coach, they just dominated us in College Station with their effort, with their intensity, with their pace. They played with incredible leverage. Those 3, 0, and 6 are really, really hard to guard off the bounce. 9 has a tremendous skill set no matter where he catches it. 12's their third leading rebounder, and per minute is their leading rebounder. And then 20 and 13, they're going to shoot a 3 a game, but their length and their athleticism, they just, at our place, I think 9 had 4 offensive rebounds. I think 6 had 3, so that's 7. And I'm almost certain they had 14 offensive rebounds. They just punked us. They just beat us. They were tougher, they were meaner, they were more aggressive, they were hungrier, like all of the adjectives that you can come up with. That was what it was 2 weeks ago.
Hey Coach, I believe the last 3.5, 4 minutes, LSU just really struggled to get off some really good looks after moving the ball pretty well the first 30, 35 minutes. Was just wondering if you guys did anything defensively to switch up the final 3.5, 4 minutes there, where it was a little bit tougher on them to get good looks.
Yeah, without saying everything and being respectful, I thought we did some things differently prior to the shot than we did in College Station, and I thought it was pretty effective. And then they began to attack those things. Coach is a really good coach. I don't know what their ATO score was, but it was really good. Out of timeouts, when we're on defense, LSU's on offense, they scored 1.12. So I think initially those things were healthy for us, and then they began to attack those things. You guys remember right over there in front of their bench, and 3 drove it straight downhill, and there was literally nobody at the rim with about that timeline. And then from that point, we started altering what we were doing because we weren't having the success that we had in the first half. So I just didn't think 3 and 6 specifically, we couldn't continue to give them the same dose over the last ATO.
Jordan Wright said it seemed like you guys played with a chip on their shoulder, especially in the second half. Was that a result of 2 weeks ago or Tuesday night, one or both?
Well, we're 1-3, and they beat us from start to finish in College Station for 40 minutes. It was, I think we were down 2 at half, but on the things that coaches pay attention to and the things that count in the end that are intangible, they beat us from start to finish. I think they outscored us 17 in the second half. That was the first time we had lost a conference game at home in 2 Februarys. So it had been a long time. And we were very laissez-faire in the way we competed. Our competitive character was, in truth, I think going into that game, we had played 13 games, we were 9-4, and we played 6 quad 1 games only one team at that time had played more than us. I think it was Purdue. Coming into this game today, I think we had played 8 quad 1 games. And 6 was, he just dominated the game. He was the player of the year in the SEC in our game. And since then, he's for sure a first team guy, and he's still in the mention for player of the year. He had 20 and 10 against us, and 3 of those 10 were offensive rebounds, averaging 14 shots a game. And he's really hard to guard. He can make decisions regardless of which hand he's dribbling with, and he plays with such great force. Like, however you want to handle the ball screen, whatever your decision is, he can beat you with power. And number 3 can beat you with speed and the bounce. We had no chip against them the first time. And in truth, the first 10 minutes of Arkansas, we played the exact same way we played the 40 minutes against LSU. Now, the last 30 minutes against Arkansas, we had a chip and even came back and got ahead by 1 there at the end, if you saw it. But in the 165 minutes we had played in SEC play, too many minutes of the not playing to the standard that I think that we try to play to.
Anything else you guys need? Got one more here. Okay.
Is this a different room than I would have been in year 1?
Yes.
And in year 1, wasn't it like not connected and you had to walk far away?
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, because I remember Scott Woodward waiting on me on the walk there.
You needed a golf cart.
Now, where was this room at that time?
Here.
Here. This is what you use for this purpose.
The whole media room turned into a weight room.
Right.
Oh, is that right?
They took it from us.
I knew when we were walking this way, I knew it was different.
Coach, one more question about Wade Taylor. He was the 2nd leading scorer in the SEC coming into tonight. He led you with 19 points and also led you with 4 assists. Just talk a little bit about what he does to catalyze the offense, not just for himself, but for all the other guys as well.
Yes, sir. He's a really good player, and he is talented, and we are very dependent upon him, as the whole country knows. But he does a great job of also, because of the attention he receives, he does a great job of putting whoever is on the floor with him in a really good position, arguably the best position they can be in, because of the attention he receives. And I would say, I haven't looked at it, but I would say that tonight is the least amount he has played since he was a freshman. We had a kid on our team when he was a freshman, Quentin Jackson, who was a good player for us. He got hurt here. You guys remember chasing after a loose ball in the tunnel. I walked out. For us to only be down, were we down 2 at half? And they had only shot 1 more ball than we had at half, and 4 had played the least number of minutes for sure that he's played in any half over the last 2 years. I thought we were in good shape. And then we need him to play a lot, and probably you could argue some of the decisions that I made in those ATOs to leave him in were very dangerous decisions when it was a 1-possession game, because we're a completely different team, and if he fouls out, we're probably in a bind. But I thought he had a really good pace to how he played and helped us a lot in the second half.
All right, that's a wrap. Thanks, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.
Who you guys play next?
At Georgia.
On Tuesday or Wednesday?
Wednesday.
See you guys next.